Path of Exile basics, this is going to be commodities, skills, and sockets. The commodities in this game are basically the currencies of what you use to upgrade your items and sell to other players and buy stuff from vendors. Because in this game there is no gold, it's all in items. Because in most free-to-play games and games of this matter, there are gold farmers. They run bots to farm gold, and then they sell to people, which raises prices and makes things not as good. So in this, they just got rid of all that, and they made it so it's items, so it's a lot harder for that to happen, which in my opinion, whatever, is good. They have many different ones. I think they have 20 in all, but I could be mistaken. They have portal scrolls, which will teleport you back to town. You have jeweler orbs, which I can demonstrate that now. I don't know how well I can demonstrate it, but got this armor, pretty good armor. Armors can have up to 6 sockets. Let's just say I wanted more. I can reroll the sockets until I can get however many I wanted. You can get armor scrap, which increases the quality of the armor when it's a rare item. It increases it by 1%. If it's a blue, it increases it by 2%. And if it's a white item, it increases it by 5%. So most people tend to do that when it's 5%. When it's a white item, so they get the higher percent. You have the ability to turn a white item into a magic item. You have the ability to re-roll a magic item, so you get terrible stats. You can re-roll it into something better. You can change a normal item into a random rarity, which I've seen in some cases it turns a normal item into a unique, these are unique items. They're some of them are pretty bad, some of them are really good, some of them are for only specific builds, but these are generally worth a lot even if they're not that valuable or that good of ones. So that tends to not happen very often, but when it does, it's really nice. You can turn a normal item into a magic item. You can upgrade the quality of the flask, kind of the same thing of armor and weapons. This one, you can add a new property to a magic weapon. Let's say you turn a magic weapon, a normal into a magic. It has one affix. You can make it so it has a second one. Blessed orbs allow you to randomize the numeric value on the item. So, like this belt, how right here on the top of it, it says 38 strength or 38 maximum life. I can re-roll that. The highest I can get is 40. So let's say I got the lowest roll. You can just roll it, see if you want to get something better. You can get a divine orb, which I don't have, that allows you to re-roll the same stats. Let's say you had the best stats in the game on a weapon, and they're all the lowest value. You can use that. You can re-roll to see if you can get the highest value or okay value. So those are really good, but not too good. I got Orb of Regrets, which allow you to refund a passive skill point. There is going to be no buying of passive skill points. Like, since it's going to be a free-to-play game and your skill tree, you use that to make your character get more stats, not skills, more stats and special things that dynamically change your character. You get them from quests, and you also can find them, and they're pretty rare. You right-click on them, and then you get a passive skill point to use. You can get Orbs of Fusing, which will fuse the links, as you can see on some of these, how the links, there's little gold bars connecting them. Those mean those are linked, so anything that's connected to them will get affected by a support gem. Those are fairly hard to come by, but you can use Jewel Orbs to buy more. But then there is the rarest of the rare in terms of the commodities, which is the Mirror of Calandra. Let's say I had one. I don't have one because they're almost impossible to come by. Let's say I had one, and let's say this was the greatest armor in the game. It's okay. It's not the bad, not the worst, but it's not the greatest. Basically, though, what the Mirror of Calandra would do, it would take the item and it would make a copy of it. So let's say someone had the best weapon in the game. You had a Mirror of Calandra. You can pay them a little bit to get. Let's say they're not selling the weapon. You can pay them a little bit to encourage them. You can take their weapon, you can mirror it, you can give back the original, and you can keep the mirrored copy. So he keeps his weapon and you get a copy of his weapons. Also works the same if you have the best weapon in the game and it's a one-hander and you're a dual-wield character, you can copy the one and then you can use 2 of them. So they're pretty hard to come by, but they're really good if you can get one. Then there's also skills, which are right here, which I have kind of sorted out, and I have more on the second page. Skills excuse me. Skills get linked into sockets on your gear. So most games, when you level up, you put a point into a skill, and then that levels up the skill. In this, just by killing monsters, the skill gets experienced. As you can see, it's level 15. It needs 9,826,462 experience to level up that gem. Just killing monsters will level you up, and it will also level up the gem. So it's pretty neat. You can also socket anyone into there. There are some special cases with there's one gem that's a white colored gem. It's the rarest gem in the game, and it can be socketed into anywhere. So say a blue. You can put it into a blue, you can put it into a red, you can put it into a green. It doesn't matter. It can go into any socket, but that's the hardest one to come by and the rarest. Some skills can also have quality on them. Basically what quality does, it basically just increases on certain skills, it increases certain things. Like on projectile weakness, it increases the chance to pierce enemies. Which I actually think, yeah, that one's better. See, this one is 62% as level 12, and this one is only 59 as at level 15. So it's good to level this up. Some of them are pointless effects to them, like it adds 0.5% extra second longer, which add up, but not too good. Some of them aren't worth scaling, some of them are. It all depends on your preference. The sockets, on one-headed weapons, you can get up to 3 sockets maximum, which both my wands do. Gloves, you can have 4 sockets maximum. Boots, you can have 4. Helmet, you can have 4. Chest pieces, you can have 6. Rings, amulets, nothing. Belts, nothing. On two-handed weapons, you can also have 6 as a maximum. So you can get a lot of link skills if you're using a two-handed weapon, and a 6-link two-handed weapon with a 6-linked chest. You can get some pretty crazy skills going on. But that's basically the gist of skills and the sockets and how they interact with each other, and the different commodities on how they go with each other. So this is the basics of the skills and commodities.